This is the story of a local, an iconic land that's blessed with beautiful and lush green ambience, which is also a confluence of different cultures. Kollad is located in the immediate southeastern neighborhoods of Kottayam, the city of letters, latex and lakes. Kollad, an extremely scenic, beautiful and more importantly a peaceful place spread over a little more than 2 square kilometers. This fast developing village, regarded as a confluence of different cultural traditions, is extremely rich in greenery. Notwithstanding its proximity to the historic as well as modern town like Kottayam, Kollad retains its characteristic countryside appearance. Kollad is spread over the first 4 wards of Panachikkad, which is the largest panchayat of the Kottayam urban agglomeration. The village houses almost 10,000 inhabitants. The truly vegetative locale is blessed to host extensive paddy fields, hilly terrains, grasslands and meandering rivers. On its northern border is Kanyikuri, a fast-growing commercial hub of Kottayam town through which the widely known Kottayam-Kumuli road passes. The road provides a vital link with Kerala's picturesque high ranges. One can access Kollad immediately after turning right from the start of the Kanyikuri-Pudupalli road, which is part of the Kottayam-Koranjeri State Highway. On the eastern side of Kollad is Pudupalli, which is home to the renowned Georgian Pilgrim Center at St. George Orthodox Church. The river Kodur or Kodurar separates the vast Kizhakkupuram paddy fields of Kollad from the borders of Pudupalli. The well-known Dakshina Mookambika Devi temple of Panachikkad is on the southern side of Kollad. During the Navaratri season, a lot of pilgrims visit this temple. On the auspicious day of Vijayadashami, multitudes of children are initiated to letters in front of the goddess of letters. Here is the main central road, one of the busiest carriageways in southern and central Kerala. One needs to travel nearly 2.5 kilometers eastwards from the Manipura junction on the southern side of Kodimata Bridge on the MC Road to reach Kollad. A journey through this road will take you to Kaduvakulam Junction, the western boundary of Kollad. Owing to the presence of a railway gate at Mooledam earlier, Kollad and its surroundings were not that densely populated. However, the arrival of the new railway overbridge a decade ago has changed the complexion of the place. After a massive development in the road infrastructure, a lot of people who work in Kottayam town and far-flung areas have now made Kollad their home. When you travel from Manipura Junction across the Mooledam railway overbridge, you reach Diwan Junction. Traveling to the left from this junction will take you to the historically significant Natagam guest house. It has had a proud history of playing host to India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and many other national leaders. The old-timers of Kollad had the fortune of meeting legendary film stars like late Prem Nazir, Satyan and some others here on their shooting schedules in Kottayam. The hallmark of Kollad is its rural ambience merged into the fast-growing urbanization of Kottayam. Punnakal Chungam, Kallungal Kadavu Bridge, Kaduvakulam and Parakal Kadavu Junction are the natural borders of Kollad. In essence, Kollad is a green belt with several hectares of paddy fields surrounding it on all three sides. The river Kodur or Kodurar flows through the three sides of the scenic village, which is rich in tempting greenery. Kollad village has several extensive paddy fields, including Kizhakkupuram and Chamakari. Atop a hilly place is a huge overhead water reservoir which is at the vantage point of Kollad. The water from this reservoir is used for the daily requirements of the people of the entire Kollad region. Now we can go to the interiors of the charming village. After leaving the Kannikuri area, which has several modern residential apartments, we enter the road leading to Kalathikadavu, the most beautiful area of Kollad. One needs to travel almost 2 kilometers from Kannikuri to reach Kalathikadavu. The official residences of the district collector, district police superintendent and other senior government officials, as well as some important government offices are situated here. Many other old and new houses and residential apartments are also seen on either side of this road from Kannikuri to Kollad. As this road reaches the Devalogam junction at Muttambalam, one can see the iconic housing complex, the headquarters of the Malankara Syrian Orthodox Church. While traveling on this route, passing along the boundary wall of this religious complex, one reaches the downhill of Devalogam. Now one enters the village environs and the journey continues through the middle of the sprawling paddy fields. Undoubtedly, this is the most alluring route for Kollad-bound travelers. As soon as one crosses the Kalathikadavu bridge built over the river Kodur, one enters the scenic and beautiful Kollad area. It is this river that is turning the paddy fields of the area very fertile. For several centuries, this river has been literally the cultural carrier of the entire village. Once upon a time, for the locals of Kollad and its surroundings, the river Kodur was the main venue for both their journeys and entertainment. In the past, they organized boat races here. Certainly, such events were the cultural festivals of the local population. The keenly contested and exciting boat races were held on the 1 kilometer long course of the river from the Kalathikadavu bridge to Manganam. Several hundred enthusiastic people used to line up along the route to witness the competitions. The walkway parallel to the river Kodur is undoubtedly one of the most noted attractions of Kollad. Lots of visitors from Kottayam town and its immediate surroundings come virtually every day to this area, both for their morning and evening walks. The area, which has the ever-flowing river Kodur on one side and many acres of paddy fields on the other, is known for its beauty, refreshing for the mind, body and health of the visitors. Fishing enthusiasts also frequent the place. The walkway, popularly known as Kalathikadavu Bund Road, ends at Punnakal Chungam. During British rule, the officials used to collect taxes at Punnakal Chungam for those goods that arrived by boats and hence the place's name. Curiously enough, the Kollad area also has the name Alapurakara in the government records. The names Kollad Boat Jetty and Alapurakara are seen even today on some of the boats here. One can see some ardent fishing enthusiasts here, both in the mornings and even after the sunset. Beneath the Kalathikadavu bridge, the finishing point of the boat races held in the past can be seen. The sight of the locals indulging in fishing using the native fishing rods and nets is common in this area. A sight of fish getting hooked to the rods and getting trapped in the nets is familiar to everyone. While visitors from outside fish for fun here, the locals seem more comfortable in their mornings and evening walks. Every nook and corner of Kollad village is breathtakingly beautiful. Wherever one goes, he comes across and experiences such amazing scenery. Let us now return from the Punnakal Chungam area. Kollad Bridge can now be seen at a distance. The locale looks different in different seasons. Visitors are certain to savor unforgettable and different experiences in the early mornings of the summer, the rainy season, and the foggy mornings of the cool months of December and January. Kollad is one place where the residents of Kottayam and its surroundings would like to spend their leisure time, as it is easily accessible. This village certainly has enormous potential for tourism. Visitors gain innovative experiences from the splendid natural beauty and cultural heritage of this area. After moving from the Kollad Bridge, one reaches the Shapupadi Junction. This locality, popular among visitors, is on the road to well-known Panachikada Dakshina Mookampika temple. A name board at the Shapupadi Junction shows the immediate proximity of Diwan Kavala. If one turns right from the Shapupadi Junction, one can access Diwan Kavala through the Kunnumpalli area. As the name indicates, there is a toddy shop on the left side at Shapupadi Junction. This is one of the two toddy shops in Kollad. The other toddy shop is at Nalkavala area. Some of the natives quench their thirst for joy at this place in the evenings. Panachikada Dakshina Mookampika temple is 6.5 kilometers away from this place. Most of the basic necessities of the people of the area can be met by the facilities available here. This is the government Homeo dispensary of Kollad. This dispensary remains open between 9 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. From the Shapupadi Junction, we are now on the Kanyikuri Nalkavala road, passing through the heart of Kollad. We can now visit the immaculately rebuilt Bethlehem Marthoma Church at this junction. On turning left from here, one reaches this parish that hosts nearly 186 families. This church, which is located atop Madathil Kunna, a slightly elevated place of Kollad, comes under the Malankara Marthoma Syrian Christian community. This church was founded in 1906. After leaving the precincts of the Bethlehem Marthoma Church, one can proceed towards the Boat Jetty Junction. The branches of the Kollad Service Cooperative Bank and the Union Bank of India are located here. This is one of the localities where many residents of the village and its immediate surroundings do their daily shopping. Boat Jetty Kavala is actually one of the 3 most important locations in Kollad. Of all places in Kollad, this area has the highest number of commercial outlets. Two roads leading to the interiors of Kollad start from this junction. One of the two roads is to Elamala Kunna and the other is Kizhakkumpuram. If you proceed through the main road from the Boat Jetty Junction, you can reach Sangam Kavala. Earlier, this area had hosted a cooperative society that was founded by a few locals, hence the name Sangam Kavala. These days, there is a ration shop here among other establishments. One can reach St. Paul's Malankara Orthodox Syrian Church if he travels a little further north. The renovated church, located in a calm and scenic place, is a beautiful edifice. The church has about 550 families as members. His Grace Georgis Mar Kurilos, the Metropolitan of the Mumbai Diocese of the Malankara Orthodox Syrian Church, is a member of this parish. In the immediate surroundings of the church is its own St. Andrew's Lower Primary School. On Sundays, one can see a lot of vehicles belonging to the faithful on the grounds. Here is St. Andrew's LP School. A number of paintings arousing curiosity and enthusiasm among the children have adorned the walls of the school building. Alappuzha, the old name of Kollad, is seen on the name board of this school, founded in 1916. Many former students of St. Andrew's School who have migrated to different corners of the world still cherish the pleasant memories of their school days here. While moving a little further from St. Andrew's School, there is a sawmill. Some other educational institutions can also be seen. The Kerala Water Authority Pump House which distributes water to the households of Kollad, is located nearby. Sri Narayana Gurudeva Temple, another prominent place of worship, is in this neighborhood. A lot of devotees frequent this temple. The Gurudeva statue is in the Sanctum Sanctorum. The Hindus perform religious rituals here for their departed ancestors on the auspicious occasion of Karkadaga Vavu. Large numbers of devotees turn up at this temple for this Pidru Tarpanam in the traditional way of using sesame, rice, flowers and water. On that day, one can witness scenes depicting the memories of the dead, devotion and worship at this temple. The headquarters of the Kollad Sri Narayana Dharma Paripalana Yogam are located at this temple. Overall, this is the 29th branch of the Yogam, which has a wide network across the world. One can continue the journey from here, traveling alongside the boundary wall of the temple. Now we will be reaching Nalkavala Junction. 3 roads to Kollad from outside and a small road meet here, thus the name Nalkavala, the central point of Kollad. The roads from outside are those coming from Kannikuri, MC Road and Pudupalli. Both in the mornings and in the evenings, Nalkavala is extremely busy and experiences a severe rush. The locals of Kollad travel through this junction to reach different destinations. Right in front is the road to Pudupalli. One can see the meeting of 4 roads from this point. These are the familiar scenes in the mornings at Nalkavala. Kollad's post office is located here. Other than this small post office, a ration shop, Kollad Service Cooperative Bank and a veterinary sub-center of the Animal Husbandry Department are functioning in this locality. This is Kaduvakulam Junction, where 3 roads meet. One of the roads is going towards Chingavanam. A road leading to the industrial area of Kottayam can be seen here. The powerhouse at Pallam is close by. The electricity from the Idukki Hydro project is directly transmitted to this powerhouse. This junction also experiences heavy rush in the mornings. The sight of those residing in Kollad traveling to their workplaces is common here. One can see people going to Kottayam and Changanasheri waiting for the arrival of their buses here. A waiting shed built by Panachikad Panchayat is here. Private buses are the only mode of public transport for the residents of Kollad. Earlier, some KSRTC buses also plied through this area, but now they are no longer operating here. So, private buses experience a good rush here, both in the mornings and evenings. The name Kaduvakulam was made famous by Malayalam film actor Kaduvakulam Anthony. His house is right in front of us. This is the entrance to Kaduvakulam Little Flower Catholic Church. One can see beautiful church inside. It is located at one end of Kollad. Little Flower Church belongs to the Catholic Archdiocese of Changanasheri. This parish has around 450 families as members. Both the church and its surroundings give visitors a beautiful experience. We are now returning to Kaduvakulam Junction from the church. While continuing the journey from Kaduvakulam to Nalkavala Junction, a library is seen. This is the Prakash Public Library, which was started to promote reading among the natives. A convent is seen in its immediate neighborhood. While traveling a little further, one sees a petrol pump. This explains the growing needs and requirements of the people of Kollad. Once again, we are returning to Nalkavala Junction. This is Parakal Kadavu Road, going towards the neighboring Pudupalli Panchayat. A brief journey through the road will take you to Pulinjuvada Junction. Once this junction is passed, we can reach Malamelkavu Temple. This temple is located at an elevated location, hence the name Malamel. Kollad has 3 hills. This is the aerial view from Malamelkavu. The temple has Vanadurga as its deity. It is because of this reason that the temple Sri Kovil doesn't have a roof. Pujas are performed daily at this temple. Malamelkavu temple was founded by the local Brahmins. History says that after the Brahmins left the area, the other Hindu families took over the temple. Both the temple and the place have the same name. Afoot the flag post of the temple is a water fountain, Neerurava. Though it is on the top of a hill, the fountain never goes dry. After leaving the temple, we travel through the Parakal Kadava road. We get a real taste of the beauty of Kollad while traveling through roads like this. This is a well-built road. This is Parakal Kadava junction. From this junction, one road goes to the Chingavanam area. Kallungal Kadava, one of the boundaries of Kollad, is on this road. Across these sprawling paddy fields in Panachikad village, one of the roads from here takes you to Pulimode junction through Malamel Kavu. Parakal Kadava, like Kalathi Kadava, is a beautiful locale. Several musical and other video albums were shot in this area. Once this was a favorite location for wedding video shoots. Parakal Kadava is endowed with a lot of natural beauty. There used to be several trees in this area, but in the course of time, many of them perished. This is Parakal Kadava Bridge. The canal below is flowing through the immediate neighborhood of Panachikad Devi Temple. It merges with the river Kodur a little further. Beyond this bridge is Pudupalli Panchayat. The neighborhoods around the bridge are swarmed in the evenings by visitors and locals who want to spend their time leisurely. Water lilies and migratory birds provide a catchy and attractive spectacle to the people seasonally. Elamala Kunna is another area that showcases the beauty of Kollad. There is a road from the boat jetty junction that reaches Malamel Kavu. Though very few houses are seen here, there is a lot of agricultural activity in Elamala Kunna. Rubber and pineapple are cultivated in this hilly place. St. Mary's Upper Primary School is seen in the vicinity. It is managed by the Malankara Orthodox Church. The school is located on a slope near Elamala Kunna. The school building itself would evoke nostalgic memories to the people of the older generation. Started in 1955, it is popularly known as Achan Pallikodam, as it was built by Father K.M. Elias Kochumulayil, an Orthodox priest. The present generation is virtually celebrating their school life here. The road now leads to Kollan Kavala. There is a worship place of a Pentecostal denomination here, the IPC Ebenezer Prayer Hall. It was started in 1961. At least 10 years before that, the activities of the Indian Pentecostal Church began in the Kollad area, according to the old-timers. The government LP school Kollad, started in 1913, is situated near Ebenezer Prayer Hall. It is a small building reminiscent of a rural school. Even to this date, this government school is playing a prominent role in shaping the educational fortunes of the new generation of Kollad. Next is the YMCA, which is the cultural hub of Kollad. Cutting across religious barriers, this YMCA has brought together people of different communities. Many social and cultural activities of the area are centered around the YMCA. A number of locals of Kollad have attained fame and name at home and abroad. Among them were the first Chief Justice of Kerala High Court, Justice K.T. Koshi Kaidayil, former President of the Kottayam Bar Association, and ex-MLA of Kottayam, Advocate M. Thomas, former Pudupalli MLA E.M. George, and former Pyramid MLA K. Rajan. This is St. Andrew's Sero Malankara Catholic Church, popularly known as Rithupalli. It belongs to the Malankara Catholic community of Kollad. In the immediate neighborhood of this church is another prayer hall which belongs to the Church of God in India. This is one of the two Anganwadis in Kollad village. Through these Anganwadis, the authorities ensure that the tiny tots of Kollad are well taken care of. Now we can move towards Kollan. It is believed that Kollad got its name owing to the presence of blacksmiths who resided in this area. Here is the story behind the name. Centuries ago, a local ruler brought blacksmiths from outside for manufacturing and repairing agricultural equipment for the local people. These blacksmiths stayed in this place and the place was named Kollanadu. Over the centuries, it became Kollad. However, this story has no historical basis, but it is learned that a few blacksmiths resided in this area long ago. Thus, this junction came to be known as Kollan. There are two roads from Kollan. One is going towards Vallicode and the other goes to Kizhakkupuram. Though the roads are narrow, many modern houses could be seen here. The Government Family Welfare Center is functioning here too. Once we pass by this center, we reach a temple, Thirunakkara Shiva Kshetram. Like other worship places in Kollad, Thirunakkara Shiva temple is also situated on a hill. Though the temple was under the care of Brahmins in the past, various denominations of the Hindu community are managing their affairs now. The Kizhakkupuram branch of the SNDP manages the temple. A Guru Mandiram is also seen here. While Lord Shiva is the deity of the main Kovil, there are some small temples of minor deities too in the precincts of this religious complex. Devotees throng this temple for their daily worship. The temple is facing the east. When one looks from here, he gets a beautiful view of the extensive paddy fields. And beyond that is the river Kodur. One gets a clear view of Kizhakkupuram paddy fields when one looks from this hilltop. During the heavy rainy seasons, the paddy fields look more like a lake. When water recedes, it heralds the blossoming of water lilies over an extensive area beyond our eyesight. It is really a treat to our eyes. We can row on small country boats through these water lily fields. Even though the water lilies of some other regions of Kottayam district are receiving a great deal of attention, the richness of the lilies in Kollad is not that well known outside the village. It seems the absence of proper vehicular access to Kizhakkupuram paddy fields is the main reason behind this unawareness. The roads are too narrow for larger vehicles. The clean and healthy environs of the paddy fields are free from pollution. No doubt, the water lily fields here can attract anyone. At the dawn, multitudes of water lilies basking in the glory facing the sky provide a remarkably amazing visual treat to the people. Within a few months, the water lilies will give way for paddy cultivation. Here, rice is cultivated only once a year, which is known as Urupu Krishi. When the monsoon bids goodbye, the preparation of the field starts. At this time, countless flocks of migratory birds start arriving. Different varieties of cranes and pelicans come in groups. When the water in the paddy fields is pumped out, it is virtually their festival season. Now there is an abundance of food for such birds in those sprawling paddy fields. As in Kuttanadu, water from the low-lying paddy fields has to be pumped out to the more elevated river Kodur while preparing the field for cultivation. When you travel through Kollad, you can see a number of bunds and pump houses made for this purpose. As seen in Kuttanadu, bund collapse is a common phenomenon here too in the monsoon season. During the monsoon farming, both farmers and agricultural workers keep a vigil to guard the boundary walls round the clock. Rides in small country boats in the river Kodur and its smaller tributaries will help travelers experience the remarkably honest farming culture of the region. On the way, we can see migratory birds, rafts of ducks, and small islands where banana and coconut are cultivated in abundance. Like in any other agricultural village, along with rice, the farmers of Kollad produce tapioca, bananas, and other staple crops. One can also see cash crops like rubber and pepper in the fertile areas of Kollad and its neighborhoods. Kollad is a confluence of midlands, highlands and coastal areas, which is a typical feature of Kollad's landscape. So, all agricultural produces usually found in such terrains are grown in Kollad as well. After visiting the agricultural areas, we are now in the precincts of the oldest church of Kollad, St. Michael's CSI Church, established in 1838. This church currently has more than 175 families as parishioners. It was at this church that the Holy Mass was said for the first time in Malayalam. This church also has the speciality of starting the first school in Kerala along with a church. Thus, this 185-year-old church and the school are unique for deriving the term Vallicode. Earlier, this location had housed both a church and a school founded by the British. However, the old school building is not here anymore. The local CSI cemetery is seen along with this church. All important churches of Kollad have their own cemeteries. The common burial ground of Kollad village is atop Kizhakkupuram hills. Every community has specially dedicated areas for burials here. Apart from the facilities for cremation, there are separate places for the burials of SNDP members, IPC followers, and other religious groups and communities. When we leave this cemetery, leaving behind the people who have completed their journey of life, we come to an end of our journey through the inner roads of Kollad. As in any other place, Kollad too has a multifaceted nature owing to different seasons. This is the morning view of Kalathikadava Bridge in another season. The river Kollad flows silently, maintaining a smooth calm. The paddy fields look like they are covered with green carpets. It is visiting time for the migratory birds coming from distant lands. As days, months and seasons change, the green of the extensive paddy fields are transformed into a golden color. The paddy fields are laden with abundance of inflorescence. The old harvest songs have given way to small humming songs as machines sow the seeds. Threshing is also done by machines. Truckloads of rice bags are seen moving to the rice mills in distant places. Kollad is growing. A bypass that could accelerate its pace of development is under consideration. It is being planned from Shappukavala to Manganam by widening the existing walkway passing through Kizhakkupuram paddy fields. Its preliminary work has already begun. Once this road is completed, more people are expected to set up their residences in Kollad. The present municipal town of Kottayam might also be extended further to Kollad. While Kollad is the life and lifeline for the locals, the village provides an experience to the visitors here. The paddy fields that change their color owing to the seasonal changes, migratory birds, and the abundance and richness of the water lilies are the attractions here. The nearly 3-kilometer stretch between Parakil-Kadava and Kalathikadava is a convenient waterway. The visitors can access Kollad and its surroundings in their vehicles at any time of the year. Such positive features give Kollad a head start in developing tourism-related activities. If boat trips are arranged through the river Kollad for sightseeing from Parakil-Kadava, the visitors can familiarize themselves with the ecosystem of the mangrove forests along the route, and they can proceed further towards Kalathikadava Bridge and areas beyond. Such journeys can go beyond Punnakal Chungam and reach the railway bridge over the river Kollad, where the Kottayam municipal town starts. One travels a little further beneath the railway bridge, and now the return journey starts. We conclude this day-long journey of scenic Kollad at Kalathikadava. It is slowly getting darker. The sun is all set to rest. One day of Kollad is terminating here. The hills and paddy fields are now fading into the darkness with the hopes of seeing a more beautiful and vibrant morning full of goodness on the morrow.